Hello everyone, it is me, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video to an online creator on YouTube called Femyoz. And the reason why I'm doing a reaction video to him is because he's a very interesting character. And the reason how I found out he even existed was because of a YouTube channel by the name of Achito, who I watch every now and again. And apparently he and Femyoz is in some drama because Achito basically doesn't think that children should be able to transition, which I completely agree with. You're 100% right about that. And Femyoz was celebrating the fact that Cheetah got burnt in like a campfire incident, and said it should burn his face off. And kind of had like a mental breakdown in the comments, like making comment after comments about how it is immoral, and you're basically like making kids commit suicide if they're not allowed to transition. It was quite funny. I thought it was quite a funny video. And I went and watched some of his videos, which we will be reacting to today. So technically I'm not even reacting to it. I'm gonna kind of talk about some of the videos what I found quite interesting. So yeah, so I have not much to say. Another thing is, he is quite interesting for another factor as well. I almost forgot. I was going to start actually reacting to his videos. Is that he actually has quite not necessarily a decent following, like has like 100,000 subscribers, but he does seem like he has quite a loyal fan base, because he has like only around like 1,000 and 2,500 subscribers, and he does have similar view counts to his subscribers. So he does certainly have quite a decent following. He does have like fans essentially. He also don't have that many videos as well, which is quite impressive. So I'll give him that. Another thing as well is that he does quite a lot of podcasts, but usually quite political as well. So I think he kind of is like a political YouTuber as well. Well, at least when it comes to podcasts or like live streams. So anyway, I digress. He also has an OnlyFans. No surprise there. I generally do not want to know what it is, so let's just get on with the reaction video. Alright, so the first video I'm reacting to, is YouTube hate femboys now. And for some reason, I can't help but notice he has pictures of Martin. If you remember who Martin is, he was like Morg's stepdad, you know, that YouTuber used to make those really weird like challenge videos in like 2019. I wonder what he's up to. I haven't heard about him in years, so that's something I could actually do another video on to see what Morg's has been up to. So anyway, and I recognise him as well. I forgot his name. I believe it begins with a K. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's just react to it, because
I wanted to make today. But here we are.
I think the assumptions he does go to are quite silly. That's the reason why I'm reacting to it.
Thanks to YouTube's sheer stupidity. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I don't blame you, because nobody else has talked about this. Recently, YouTube has decided it would be a great idea to demonetize any and all content with the word femboy in it. I'm not even joking. Like, this is not satire. If you're wondering how I know this, somebody made a video that actually proves this.
I was 100% sure that this would not get demonetized. Yet, here we are. So, I began to wonder, why did this get demonetized? I didn't do anything wrong. And when it comes to demonetization, they said that titles are a part of what can get you demonetized. So I was like, okay, the only bad thing in this channel, or the only bad thing in this title, would be this, which there's no reason why that should be offensive or a word that should get you demonetized. That's just how some people identify as. So look what happens. Right now it says add suitability issue found. And if I do that, prepare to be fucking amazed. And look at that. No issues found. Right after I removed femboy from the title.
The video will be linked in the description below, so I highly suggest you go check him out. He makes good
watch
shit,
the video
but I don't think
in the
enough people are
description.
talking about
All the
this,
videos I'm
this
about to
isn't
do will
just
be in the description as well.
little issue that only affects me. I mean, sure, obviously I'm gonna be fucking pissed off about it anyways because it affects me, even if there wasn't a broader issue here. But YouTube has a
I'll save it for
terrible
later.
tendency when it comes to how their algorithm works and its
Yeah,
tendency
YouTube
to,
algorithm
demote.
isn't really fair. To be fair, it used to be quite good. Like, cause when it used to be quite good when it used to get used to suggest smaller content creators, but unfortunately it doesn't do that anymore. So I would agree.
LGBTQ plus content algorithmically. They have a very bad track record when it comes to this type of shit, and I'm fucking done with it.
Well, I'm not an expert on the issue when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, but even if I don't agree with people losing their demonetization over putting the word femboy in their title, but at the end of the day, though, it does have it doesn't demand that the femboy community certainly has a sexual edge to it, undoubtedly. Like, if I don't agree with YouTube on it, you should be allowed to say femboy in your title. There's undoubtedly certainly a sexual presence to the whole femboy thing. Like, the other word femboy is trap. Which if this is still an issue, this video came out 7 months ago, so I'm very, very late. You could just swap the word femboy to trap, and then everything will be okay then, since I can't really demonetize the word trap. And YouTube is unfair, but at the end of the day, though, like, I still don't agree with YouTube on it, but there is a reason where you can understand. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that the whole entire femboy community is like a sexual degenerate cesspit, but it does undoubtedly have lots of sexual things to it. Like guys trying to look as sexy as possible. They usually wear quite slutty, decadent clothing as well, so that's another factor as well. So there is some reasons why they might do it. Still don't agree with it, but anyway, that's my thoughts on it.
That's why I'm making this video, because at the end of the day, while YouTube likes to fucking pander and be like, oh, we care about inclusivity and shit, and every Pride Month they'll change their profile picture or whatever, but at the end of the day, while it is a nice gesture, they don't fucking mean it.
You're right, they don't mean it. You're 100% right. They are doing it for money, because there's a big financial management corporation called BlackRock, and you should look into it. They kind of make companies promote certain things. It's very interesting, quite creepy at the same time. Just thought I'd bring that up.
I mean, you see YouTube promoting algorithmically this fucking god-awful right-wing content that blatantly spreads misinformation, but then as soon as somebody puts the word femboy in the title...
Well, I think when it comes to politics, I say it's quite fair. Because we are certainly isn't left-wing YouTubers are getting pushed aside. You got your big American, right-wingers and your left-wingers. You got your Young Turks, you got the Daily Wire, and in Britain you have Novara Media, the Lotus Eaters for the right. It is relatively fair, though. It's relatively fair. It just depends on the subject. But if it's just normal right-wing or left-wing talking points, like capitalism or socialism, I say it's fair. And even then, though, but that's just my thoughts.
Oh, that's not advertiser friendly. We better make sure that's demonetized, because we wouldn't want to hurt the advertisers.
Well, like I said before, though, femboys undoubtedly have certainly
I think that this is something that more people need to be talking
presence
about.
to it, you could
because
say.
It's not just some weird political niche little situation. No. This affects YouTube as a platform. For the worse.
Well, it's going to make it harder for content
demonetization
creators
has
to
been
make
something
money.
that YouTubers have been
But
complaining
most
about for
YouTubers don't
years.
talk about femboys, so
And it hasn't
I don't
become
think it's going to
any less
affect
of a
the platform unless we
But
get
this
more
is just
strict.
one example of content getting demonetized for absolutely no fucking reason at all. And it's genuinely infuriating to see this completely innocent content being falsely demonetized because for whatever reason it's somehow not advertiser friendly.
Well, I think it
Would you agree
depends.
with me and
If it's
also
just
think that this is
dressing up as femboy, then fair enough. I'd say that's advertised friendly, as long as it isn't people wearing extremely skimpy outfits, femboys wearing them. I say it's fine. But if it's stuff like sexual stuff, then I can see it. Personally, I don't care. I don't really care about. I think most YouTubers would agree that YouTube is way too strict. I really couldn't care, to be fair. To be fair, if something is sexual or not on YouTube, I think personally I would like YouTube to have like the same kind of like regulations and rules and guidelines as 4chan. But at the end of the day, they have to please advertisers at the end of the day, so that's why we do stuff like this. Shouldn't happen, but that's just the current climate, sadly.
Bullshit, make sure to like, comment, and share the video to ensure that it gets seen by as many people as possible.
Alright, yeah, so that's the end of the video. I think he took it to an extreme, like it's going to destroy YouTube. It's been like this for years now, to be fair. I think it started in 2017. I remember watching videos on Chadtronic about it, which must have been a very long time ago, like 2017, so 6 years ago. I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder if he still does YouTube. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic. So hopefully it does. Hopefully YouTube does consider not stop to monetize YouTube videos with the word femboy in it again. But anyway, it's a bit funny how he over exaggerates it, in my opinion. But anyway, on to the next video. The next video I'm reacting to is his most latest video, and it is called 7 femboy outfit ideas. So anyway, without any further ado, let's react to it.
I've bought these 7 femboy outfits that you
Okay.
can easily buy. So watch the entire
Martin
video
looks disgusted.
if you want to master the femboy aesthetic like
I
do.
certainly
Now,
do. I
before we
really
can
want
start,
to
I
become
need
a
to make a
femboy.
very quick disclaimer. I might wear some
Jesus.
accessories that don't count as part of the outfit, but I will be linking every outfit and every accessory in the description so that you can have easy access
Oh, thank
to
you very
everything
much.
that
I
I'm
certainly
wearing.
need that.
The first outfit on the list includes
Okay.
a black and white striped pair of thigh highs, a
Alright.
skirt, and a crop
Not
top
bad.
with spaghetti straps.
My opinion on the outfit is that I do like the skirt. It looks a bit like a kilt, like a Scottish kilt. I'm not really into thigh highs personally. I'm not really into them. If it was my choice, I would have worn some leggings instead, some black leggings, and I probably would have wore a tighter skirt as well, because with a tight skirt you can see more of that area, if you know what I mean. The outfit, the crop top looks a bit too slutty for my liking. That's something I wouldn't let my daughter wear. And I don't get what those things are called. What are the arms highs? I don't know. It's an okay. I like the skirt.
Entire outfit only costs $13.39.
Not bad.
I really like this outfit because not only is it cute, but it's also very
I
comfortable.
wouldn't say it's
It's
cute.
also the outfit I'm wearing as of recording, as you can probably see. The pros are that it's cute, comfortable.
I
and
think if
very
you're wearing
inexpensive.
stuff like showing
It
off your
shows
legs,
off
certainly
your
with thigh
shoulders,
highs,
your
you
tummy.
certainly need to have
Cons are
nice
that
thighs,
shoulder
nice
straps
thighs, but
might
that's
get
my opinion.
stretched out if you're not careful. Wash this top as a delicate. Now the second outfit is actually the first femboy outfit I've
Okay.
ever worn, and is one of my personal favorites at just $19.
The skirt isn't bad. I like the skirt.
It includes black thigh
I don't
highs
know
with
if I like
few
it more
red
than the
stripes
white
at
one.
the top, a plaid red skirt.
I do like
These
the thigh highs
laces at
being
the
black
top,
rather
and the
than
black
white.
button-up
It looks
crop
like
top
leggings.
That's covered by my hoodie because I've somehow
The hoodie
lost
isn't
it,
bad,
so
though.
I'm not
Hoodie isn't
actually
bad.
wearing it. The pros are that
A bit too
it's
casual.
very
He doesn't look very
aesthetically
smart, but
it's also a
good
personal
enough.
favorite of mine. It's fairly inexpensive. It's below $20, and it's also
It's a bit loud. I might have to turn
the
it
only
down.
con is that sometimes
Or-
the zipper at the side of the skirt
Okay.
gets stuck. Moving on to the third
Okay.
outfit. It consists of black thigh highs, a purple and black skirt, and a black crop top.
Okay.
Costing only $16.97.
The skirt
I
isn't
really
bad.
like this skirt in particular
I don't like the
because it has
fishnets
this
on
cool
his
sort of
hands. It looks a bit
design on
emo-y, which isn't my
Pros are
type
that
at
it's
all.
inexpensive, comfortable, and it looks
And I
both
still- and I don't
feminine
like crop
and cute
tops.
at the same time. The only con is that the skirt and crop top need to be washed as delicates. Outfit number 4 is
Okay.
also another one of my personal favorites, but it almost
Okay.
has the
I'm gonna have to
opposite
disagree on
look
that.
of the previous outfit at just $17.48.
And it shouldn't
You
be
can
that
obtain this outfit
expensive.
that consists of a pair of white thigh highs, a pink skirt,
No,
and
I
a
don't
white
like
button-up
it. I don't like that
and I
design,
think that
sorry.
the white thigh highs work really well with this skirt in particular. The
Yeah,
skirt
but it
also
looks a
has
bit
the
too
same
cutesy
design
for my
at the
liking. I don't
bottom,
like that
except
skirt.
it's
Sorry.
white.
Sorry. That so far
That
that's my
this
least
outfit
favorite.
is extremely adorable, and that I feel
It-
extra cute when I wear this, as well as it being inexpensive.
You're not cute. I'll
and
admit it.
comfortable,
Men aren't
and
cute.
The only con is that the skirt must be washed as a delicate. Now,
Okay.
the fifth outfit is a little more expensive. It contains
He looks a bit
thigh
more
highs with
modest.
pink and white
A bit too
stripes,
cutesy and
button-down
childish,
crop top,
but
and this pink skirt, which is where the bulk of the price comes from. The outfit costs a total of $33.98, and is the most expensive outfit on the list. The pros are that the skirt is
I
actually
say
really
it.
nice and
I
is
don't know
made
if I like it a bit
from
more
this
than the
very
last
durable
one,
material. It's also a great outfit if you
but I
like
still don't
long,
really like this one.
and it's also cute and comfortable. The main con, of course, is it's the most expensive outfit on the list. The sixth outfit,
Okay,
second to
that's...
last, is also a little bit more on the expensive side.
Well, I think it
Priced
looks the
at
best. The certainly looks the best. He's not wearing a
$26.98.
crop top.
It consists of white thigh
He's
highs
wearing
with a couple
something
of black stripes at the top,
much more
a black
modest.
skirt with a couple
I
of
don't mind the
stripes,
black skirt. I do
bottom,
kind of
and
like
a
the other
bodysuit
the
with
skirt, like
full
certainly the
sleeves.
first skirt you
The pros
wore.
are that the skirt is a
And I do
certified
prefer the black
classic.
thigh
It's
highs,
a
so...
very cute outfit. It's comfortable, and I also really like the bodysuit. The cons are that, it's a little expensive, and the other con is that you have to unbutton and button these 3 buttons
Okay.
on the bodysuit every time you want to take a piss. And now, finally, the 7th and final outfit.
Oh,
the
God.
one that's in the thumbnail of this video
Jesus.
is great for anyone who wants to look really slutty for $24.08.
No.
It consists of black thigh highs with a couple of white stripes at the
We were
top,
you were
a
like
white
one.
mini
If that
skirt,
skirt was
and
any
a black
shorter,
crop top
we
hoodie. The
we
pros
could
are
see
that
everyone
you
in
look
this
like a
video
whore,
who's
and
watching
the
this video
cons
could
are
see your
that
ass. So
you look like a whore.
you certainly
Anyways,
shouldn't
I
wear
really hope
that.
this video
That's by
was
far
helpful
the
for
least,
everybody
my least
watching. If
favorite.
it was, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and telling me in the comments.
So
If you
that's
wanna
certainly
see
my
more
least
content like this,
favorite.
make sure to subscribe with notifications on.
I don't
will
care.
see
Yeah, some of it, I think I will give him that. I think he has a good taste in skirts for the most part, certainly when it comes to black skirts as well. Personally, I said before, if I was a femboy, I would go and choose leggings, maybe go kind of like a businesswoman vibe, possibly. And I would probably wear tighter skirts as well, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, I have not much to say. It was just kind of like an outfit review. I would choose something more modest, like I said before, though, because I think when it comes to femboys, when you look like a slut, it doesn't really make kind of. Because I think I don't have a femboy kink, but I believe the reason why people like femboys because it's kind of taboo as well. Is that one of the factors? And when you can see like that you have no tits, because that's one of the things why people wear crop tops. To be honest, let's not kid ourselves to show the tits. I would say you should wear stuff more modest, and I think that will be better for you. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I'll say. So let's go on to the next video. All right. So the last video we are reacting to today is a video by Femyoz, of course. Who would have guessed this video about reacting to Femyoz? And it is called "Am I Trans?" So I want to see what he says in this. I have already watched the video, but I want to have my say.
Am I a femboy or a trans woman?
I don't know.
It's a question that, well, even I do not know what the answer is. Anyone who's
Well,
been keeping
do you
up
want
with
a
me lately is
vagina?
probably
If you want a
fully
vagina,
aware
then
of
you
the
probably are
schizo
trans.
posting I do in the community section. One of the posts was
Okay.
this. I'm starting to wonder if I'm a trans woman because even with all the femboy stuff, I feel like I still look too masculine. And even just imagining myself looking more manly when I'm older is genuinely horrifying, even though I'm only 18 and probably won't physically change too much.
Well, it doesn't
At
matter
least I
if you're
really hope
trans.
not,
You are
because that's
eventually are
genuinely
going to
my biggest
age. It
fear.
doesn't
Like,
matter
what
if
my
you're
facial
trans or
structure is
otherwise.
still changing, and
You're
then
gonna
it
get
stops looking
older, and the
feminine,
more
and then
older
it's
you
too late
get,
to
like
correct
when
it, and then
for
I'm stuck
men,
like that for
the
the
mid
rest of my
20s
life.
are in the
I don't
prime
think
of their
this is normal, and
attractiveness
I've always
for
felt
the
like
most
there's
part.
something wrong
So
with me no matter what I do. My
so
eyes also play tricks on
you
me
are.
when
I think you
look
are
at
over
myself. Like,
exaggerating.
sometimes I'll look in the mirror
Like
and
I'm not
all
gonna
of
look
my
as
facial
attractive
features
as I
look
am when I'm a
extremely
pensioner.
exaggerated and
But
disproportionate
I'm
to
not
me, and other
attractive enough
times I'll
as it
just
is.
look
I'm not
normal. I
attractive
don't
at all, so
understand why
I
this
don't care.
happens, but it's always been like this and is really stressful. But yeah, that was basically just me schizo posting at 1 a.m. As you do when you're mentally ill. I genuinely don't know what to conclude from this. I mean, people with gender dysphoria are saying that I just described gender dysphoria, but I don't know if
Well, I
that's
say
what
it's
it is.
normal. I
Maybe
think it might
have
be an
gender
extreme because
dysphoria,
everyone
maybe
fears
I
being
don't. Not many
aging.
people
Like
know
everyone
this
fears
because
death
this used to
and
be
not
a
looking as good as they
secret
used
that I
to
was
do.
going to take to the grave with me.
Like
When I was really little, I always secretly wished that I was a girl, and I hated myself for it. Like, I genuinely
Well, it
hated
depends. Well, you should be
myself.
asking
So me
yourself
being the
why.
absolute genius I was.
What made you wish you was a girl? Do you wish you had the parts? You know, the parts that females do. In that case, you probably are trans. But if it's about like if you like girly stuff, then you probably are just gay, or you just like girly things. It really just comes down to that.
feelings. I decided that the best course of action would be to just suppress that and pretend like it doesn't exist. As you can probably tell, it worked out wonderfully. And it's funny because when I was little, I always wanted to be an actor, but no one thought that I would be good at acting. Little did they know that I was probably the best actor for my age in the history of mankind. I mean, for so many years, I was basically playing a character in order to, fit into
everyone
society,
does
I guess,
act. Everyone
without even realizing
plays a
it after
character
a
when
while,
we're out in public,
because I
so
got
that's
so
normal
used
as
to
well.
it, and I just thought that, oh, that's what existing is like.
But
I
it
thought
is.
that if I just ignored it and then tried to be more masculine, that it would go away. But it eventually ended up having the opposite effect. Because it was only something that I could ignore for so long, and I don't know why. And that's why I don't know whether or not I'm a trans woman, right? Because surely if I was, I would have known way earlier, right? Though I certainly was aware of the fact that, yeah, it's probably not socially acceptable for me to transition. Because it probably wasn't, let's be real.
Sorry.
Maybe it would have been, maybe it wouldn't have been. I have no idea. I just didn't want to have to deal with any of that. I thought that the reason I hated the way I looked was because I was a teenager and, teenagers are always insecure. I only hate the way I look because teenagers are supposed to look awkward. And when I look older and I'm an adult, I'm gonna love the way I look. But now that I'm actually 18, I realize that if I were to look any more masculine, I would want to jump off a cliff. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong,
Well,
but
I think you might need to talk. I think you might need to get some help if you generally want to kill yourself over that, because then it's going to happen eventually. Eventually, you're not going to look as feminine as you used to do. And that same goes for actual women as well. Eventually, you will get older, and then you'll look more ugly, and it's going to happen to all of us eventually.
I think that that's like a normal part of the human experience. I don't know if I'm like
Well, it is to an
non-binary
extent.
or if I'm like
You're not non-binary. You're not. You just like feminine things.
blowing stuff out of proportion or something, or if I've
I
just
think
been
you just
in
have
denial
everyone
this whole
kind of
time
deals
and
with stuff similar to
ignoring
this. I think you're
obvious
just
telltale
extreme, like.
signs. I mean, the fact that it can go as far back as I can remember kind of says it all. And throughout the course of my entire childhood and early teenage years, I had always secretly wanted to look more feminine, but I knew it wasn't like the socially acceptable thing to do, so I just didn't do that. My logic was, well, I'm supposed to be attractive to other people, not to me. I don't know if that's a very
yeah,
good
is that how you
answer
get?
to
Is that how you
but
get?
it was like the ultimate
get-
would you rather question.
Was that how you get the opposite sex? Like, I don't weightlift, but if I wanted to get females, I would like weightlift. I should do, but I'm too lazy. And if you're a girl and you want to attract men, you probably should, eat better, and not become fat.
Would you rather be attractive to yourself but no one else, or attractive to everyone else but not yourself?
Everyone else,
I
because that's how you
genuinely
get
thought
pussy.
that dichotomy
Or dick,
existed.
depending
I
on
thought
which
that
road
these
you go
things
down.
were almost sort of mutually exclusive, which is funny because I look way better now than I did back then.
Well, I'll say most women would say you look more attractive when you're a boy, since you look a bit more manly, for most women at least, than you do now. But if you are gay, I don't know if you're gay or not, but if you are, then most men would say you're more attractive now because you look a bit more girly.
Average,
but anyway, I digress.
Autistic teenager with one of them haircuts where you don't really do anything with it, but it's just kind of there. Like, me secretly wanting to be a female was genuinely something I thought would be a secret that I'd take to the grave. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, but it genuinely was for years. But it didn't take me very long for me to turn that repression into, like, an actual habit, something that I just do regularly. But I wonder if it's one of the reasons that I've always hated myself without hating myself, if that makes sense. It's this weird thing where I'm both very confident and very insecure at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. That's just how it is. Like, I know in like an objective sense, like from an outside perspective, I look decent or whatever. But to me, sometimes I just don't. It's very weird. I also remember putting a picture of myself in the Face app and using the female filter for the first time and the makeup filter for the first time. It just made the images look more, I don't know, correct.
Well, it depends on what you mean by correct. That's quite broad. Like, if it means attractiveness, then yeah, it probably does for a man. Like, if I'm going to want to look as attractive to myself as possible, I'll probably become a femboy and use filters to make myself look more womanly. So if you talk about, like, you make yourself look more attractive to you, then yes, it makes sense if you're straight at least. Like I said before, I don't know if you're straight or not, but from a straight person's perspective, Yeah, that's how I see it at least.
And I was sitting there thinking, damn, I low-key wish I looked like that. Damn, I think I look way better as a girl than I do as a guy. Now, I don't know if there's any objectivity to that, or if that's just because I'm me and that's just how I see myself.
Well, I can see where you're coming from.
I
can see where you're coming
so
from.
that it looks like you're wearing makeup is not a telltale sign, then I don't know what is. But I don't know, I don't want to make any definitive claims because I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Smash like and subscribe if you want to see part 2 to me having a gender identity crisis. Maybe we can make this an entire series.
Okay.
No,
Alright,
what even is my life? I have no idea.
Alright, so, what is my opinion on this, at least? What do I think? Before we end the video, I'm gonna give my say. Should this person, should Femyoz transition? Personally, I will say no. Probably not now at least. Because the thing is, though, that when I was investigating, looking on his channel, he does say that he is depressed, and he was asking if he should stop taking depressants, because it makes him feel worse. And my answer to that as well is yes, you should stop, because antidepressants are actually a scam. It actually increases the chance of you killing yourself, and also it actually, for men, it can give you erectile dysfunction. If that's not want to make you jump up a cliff, I don't know what will. So in that regard, I think what first you need to do is, if you're watching this Femyoz, is that what you should do is probably at least, try and get rid of your depression, whatever's troubling you, because I don't see what antidepressants do. Like, it doesn't solve it. Like, if there's anything troubling you, you should try and solve the issue so you can become happy again. Whatever that issue is, I haven't looked into him, so I don't know why he is depressed. So, but you could be trans. He hasn't brung it up since on any of his videos, so I don't know if he decided that he is trans or not. But if you do decide to become trans after you're depressed, congratulations. Another factor is that you're also 18, so you are still quite young. Like, you're only a year older than me, and I think that's quite a big decision to make at 18. I say maybe wait a couple of years and think, then you can make a better decision. But anyway, that's my opinion. And what's my overall opinion on Femyoz? He seems a bit like a prat. He seems like a bit of a prat, and he kind of over-exaggerates stuff in his other videos. But I do feel some sympathy for him, because I don't think he is mentally well. I don't think he is fully mentally well. And I think, to be fair though, he does need someone to actually talk to him, because like lots of the things he said in this video are pretty normal. He certainly took it to an extreme, but everyone faced it. Some of the stuff I could relate to, when it came to filters. But I think he sees it in a different way than me, and I could see where he's coming from in a lot of his issues, but I'm not trans and I'm not a femboy. And I think he just needs someone to talk to about these issues, because I think he does have depression. I think he's quite isolated. So anyway, a bit of a depressing note to end the video on, but I don't know that much about him, to be fair, so I could be entirely wrong. So anyway, comment below you thought about Femyoz. Do you like his videos or do you not? I want your honest opinion. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Goodbye.